How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Rows back with another video. So this is members first. So it'll be for everyone in a couple days, but we're going over my top 10 figures so far this year, 2025. And there's a lot more than I expected. I was like, oh, this won't be too hard. It's a lot of stuff. So yeah, with all that being said, we're going to have all of them in a group. I'm going to pick them one by one, talk about why I'm removing it, all that stuff. So, you know, smash like, hit subscribe if you're watching this not members first. Become a channel member also so you don't miss out on the early bird specials like this and members only live streams and all that other stuff. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into the top 10 of mid 2025.
You know, when I thought about doing this video, I was like, I can't have gotten that many figures. It won't be that much of a hassle to grab all the things off the shelves, and lo and behold, it took me a while, and now I'm gonna have to put all this back when I'm done with the video, but that's why I do it, so y'all don't have to, right? All right, so y'all know how I do the top 10 style. I stole it from Dan Larson. I put them all out, and live style, I just start grabbing them and seeing where life takes me. All right, so I already know first off that this guy is one of the worst figures that I got this year. So this is the Agent Venom on the retro card. You know, when you do an update, it should be better than the last figure, right? Well, this one's not. It's too small. It doesn't have all the spikes and protrusions and symbiote parts, and he does not have an ab crunch or a waist swivel, so he's just kind of static. He just kind of stands there. And of course, every time I start filming, there's a train. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's very obnoxious. So Agent Venom is done. He's going back on the shelf. And I want to try to knock out some like Marvel Legends and more domestic-ish stuff if it's possible. So, you know, next we're gonna go with the same wave that Agent Venom came with and go with Kane. Now, while I was waiting for Kane, and I love Kane, they could have made a much better Marvel Legends Kane. Like, it's got articulation issues. I mean, the articulation's there. It's just this cape, the waist swivel. You should always do a ball peg for a new sculpt at this point in 2025. So there's just some detriments that make him not going to be even close to the top 10. And then I've got Husk back here, and there's just nothing crazy about her other than that actually really cool skin ripping, not repping, effect piece that she has, which looks really good. But Gen X, I don't know much about him. I don't have much attachment, and yeah, it's a cool piece. I got her because she has the same last name as my family's maiden name, so I was like, oh yeah, I already have Chamber, so you know. But yeah, she's definitely not going on the top 10 this year. Next up, see, it's already getting a little bit harder here with this kind of stuff. All right, we're gonna get rid of Cobra Commander. I think I like the shiny helmets, but he's still pretty plain as far as figures go. And I did definitely want the updates from the first wave of G.I. Joe Classified, because it's definitely, I like classic versions of characters, but I don't know, I just don't have that much attachment to Cobra Commander, mostly because he's a terrorist and the bad guy, so don't really want to mess with him that much. But yeah, still a cool figure. All these figures, not all of them, but most of them are really good. I got rid of the worst one. If you notice, there's no Monster Force Werewolf. It's gone. I sold it. And everyone made the joke that this was an Infinity Gauntlet figure with an Adam Warlock accessory, and that's kind of how I feel. I mean, it is good to have a new classic Adam Warlock. That Infinity Gauntlet is great, and he was also holding it, so I guess not completely true for me, but we're knocking out the Marvel Legends. And at the end of the year, of course, there's gonna be a top 10 Marvel Legends and a top 10 everything else, because Marvel Legends is mostly what I get. And I left out No Way Home, Electro, and Lizard, just because, I don't know, I didn't feel like grabbing any MCU stuff. I don't think it's worth going in a top 10. I like it, I like the figures, but I just don't think they're worth going in a top 10. So Adam Warlock, he goes a bye-bye. All right, we're chipping away a little bit. Okay, so Blockies is blowing up right now. Blockies is really awesome. Blockies is making Pokemon, and I was the first person in my friend group to jump on it and say, hey, Blockies is blowing up. Keep a lookout. But I only got Pokemon. Everyone else is getting Transformers and all the other stuff. But for me, it's all about the Pokemon. And one of these figures, or maybe even two of them, is going to be in the top 10, but I'll tell you which ones aren't. The smaller ones, even though they're fantastic. We're not going to put Pikachu, who looks amazing. You know, they're all articulated. Go check out my Blockies videos. We're not going to put Charmander, also great figure. We're not going to put Riolu. Sprigatito, is that her name? Sprigatito? And Psyduck on there, just because they're not articulated enough, in my opinion. And that's just a design flaw. It's not a flaw, but that's just because of their design aesthetic. So yeah, these guys are not going to go in my top 10, although Blockies is fantastic, and clearly there's still some more on there, so don't count them out yet. Only because of scale, and only because there's a 1/12 scale option coming out, we are going to get rid of Storm Collectibles Morgan, because she's too big for Marvel vs. Capcom. Morgan is small, but Storm Arena is making a 1/12, true 1/12, not true 1/12, but like Marvel Legends Jada scale 1/12 Storm Arena Morgan. So I'm probably going to get rid of this one when that one comes out. Still a great figure, but not in my scale, and there are some issues as well. Like, these are hard. I'm so afraid these are going to break if she falls. But yeah, we're going to get rid of the Storm Collectibles Morgan in anticipation that the Storm Arena Morgan will probably replace it on the list. So that means there's no Storm on the list currently, because this is the only one I have. This one is essentially complete reuse, other than the new legs and the new neck piece. So Moonstone as Captain Marvel from the Dark Avengers. Happy to get her for my shelf, but she's not going to go any further in the middle of the year top 10. Things may change at the end of the year, you never know. Alright, well, I love both of these Jedi women to death. Like, they're awesome, great figures. Why is her lightsaber bent? Although I don't like that her lightsaber looks bent to me. We're going to get rid of Luminara, Undully, and Shakti, just because there were better Black Series releases this year, and I know there's going to be some better ones coming, like that new Han and Chewie look absolutely fire. So we're going to say goodbye to these ladies for like the 5th and 6th time respectively, because they've been eliminated in varying ways a lot. Okay, so going back to the Blockies, we're going to eliminate, I don't know if this is Sprigatito or the other one wasn't. I don't remember, but we're gonna eliminate her simply because I don't know her name, even though I have the game she's from, which is funny. And then we're gonna get Cyril Edge, who I also don't really know, but I remember the name for whatever reason. It just came right to me. But that Charizard and Greninja are way better, so they're still in the running. We're gonna get rid of these two. Not that they're not great, not that Blockies isn't awesome. Check out my friends Figure Fight Club and Talib 1986 or 1980. They have Decepticast on Mondays, which is about Blockies and Transformers, and then Talib does Blockheads on his channel on Sundays. So check those out if you want to know more about Blockies, because I may be the patient zero, but everyone else is very, very much too far gone. I'm just waiting for Pokemon. And those Marvel Rivals figures look good, but at the same time, I don't really give a about Marvel Rivals. I'm doing this and I'm trying not to shoot myself in the foot here later, but we're going to get rid of Dakin, another Dark Avenger. I do have the Dark Avengers. No, I don't. I still need Ares and Hawkeye. I lied. They're not complete. I do have the Uh-oh. That could have been way worse, y'all. I do have the Illuminati complete. So, Dark Avengers, I'm still missing Ares and Hawkeye. Hopefully they release them at some point this year, next year, so we can finish up that team. But Dakin, however you want to say it, is eliminated. Dang, we gotta eliminate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 7 more figures. This is difficult. Alright, so I don't have my Jada Blanca and Jada Sagat yet. I know they're gonna be pretty high up on my top 10, so we're just gonna bite the bullet. And for now, we're gonna get rid of Lucy from Cyberpunk. Come on, Greninja, why'd you do that? We're gonna get rid of Lucy from Cyberpunk because David is definitely a better figure. Lucy looks great, feels great, nothing wrong with her, but as far as what you get and the size and the feel of all that stuff and soft goods, David comes out on top. So Lucy, you're gonna get eliminated for the middle of the year. You could make a comeback, you never know. Don't think I don't see you back there, Max Hulk. Do not think that I don't see you, because I do see you. And you probably won't like that, because you are gonna get eliminated next. No, Marrow, why'd you fall? Well, Marrow's next after that. So, controversy aside, I got him for $5. And if I had gone by that basis, he would definitely be in my top 10 if that was how much everyone paid for him, or if it was even close to that. But he was $60, and this is all reuse except for the torso and some head sculpts and some accessories. So by that measure, Maximum Hulk can go no further. Even though I got him for $5 and I do like the figure, this is about honesty and transparency. So Maximum Hulk, you go the babies. Yeah, so she wanted to stand up all fine, pose like this on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, but I put her out here, she went to fall over. So Meryl, thank you for helping fill out my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, but you are eliminated because there's better figures than you. And unfortunately, now I'm all out of female Marvel Legends on here, but I'm hoping at some point I get that new Psylocke this year, and that'll definitely be in my top 10 Marvel Legends. But she could also be in the top 10 Marvel Legends from the end of the year if nothing that great comes out, because she has a good figure. She has her problems. There's no like ab or torso or waist articulation, but I still like her. She still poses up really good. So Meryl, bye-bye. And by the way, this is a members first video, so if you're seeing this and you're not a channel member, that's because every channel member that clicked on it saw it first. And if you don't like that, then you can fix it by paying 99 cents and seeing content like this and early reviews of newer figures first. And then of course there's members only live streams, members only videos where I'm very, very rowdy, very rambunctious, and YouTube doesn't always like that, so I put it behind a paywall. But next up, we're going to eliminate, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Oh, we got 5 more to go. 5 more to go. All right. Chameleon, definitely a needed figure on my shelf. But this is the animated show version, and this is the animated series, Spider-Man the animated series version, so not a 616 comic version, but he is the most recent, and he was actually the best figure out of that wave with like Kane and Agent Venom, so he got pretty far, and I wanted to give him that merit. So yeah, Chameleon, you're eliminated, but don't think it's because you're a slouch or a bad figure, it's just because you don't fit the aesthetic of my shelf, even though you're on it. Alright, so I tightened the squad up. That means we gotta get rid of 4 more figures. And you know, I'm just gonna do a twofer because I like to keep this varied. It's pretty varied right now as far as production or companies that make it and all that stuff. So we're gonna get rid of Luke and Leia, and these are definitely updates we needed. They're not bad figures. None of these figures in this later half of it are bad by any stretch. None of the figures I had left are bad. It's just some don't fit in what I'm going for. And then you have this one who's got some loose joints because I got the QC issue one, unfortunately, because I didn't wait. But we're talking about Luke and Leia, and I really think that Han and Chewie are going to make it to my top 10. But then you have people like, or figures like Savage Opress, who just completely blow any other Black Series release this year out of the water. Probably the best Black Series release we've gotten in the last 3 or 4 years, if I'm being honest. But the twins, Luke and Leia, not bad figures. I do have Bad Neighbors that stomped, if you heard that. That's what that was. But yeah, they're getting eliminated, so we have to eliminate 2 more figures. Now it's going to be really difficult, but these guys are gone. All right, we're in the final stretch here. We got to get rid of 2 more figures. We have 12 up here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yep. All right, so we've got G.I. Joe, we've got Cyberpunk Jada, which will definitely be knocked down by Blanca. Blanca's going to be in my top 3, if not my best figure this year, just because I've been waiting so long. Not getting rid of Max Spider-Man. And I really do like that Rhea Ripley figure. I think it's great. It should have come with more accessories, but alright, so we're going to get rid of Greninja. Greninja's going to go away because he's hard to stand. So, Greninja, great figure, but he doesn't like to stand up. But that's, once again, it's because of the design of the figure. It's not because it's terrible, it's because that's how Greninja be. It's very thin-footed and lanky and all that stuff. So, Greninja, you get eliminated. And now we gotta get rid of 1 more. Oof. But I think I'm doing pretty good considering there's only 3 Hasbro figures up here. Man, this is really hard. I really love this Miles. Maximum Spider-Man isn't going anywhere. Blowtorch isn't going anywhere. Savage Opress isn't going anywhere. Red Sonja's not going anywhere. I like that Pandora a lot. I like V2 better than V1. Shit, this is difficult. Someone has to go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, make a wish. Oh, see, this is the kind of things that make it hard to be a toy collector, toy YouTuber. I gotta get rid of things I like. All right, well, you know what? I think we got too much Hasbro up here. And I do love this Miles figure. We're gonna have a top 10 Marvel Legends at the end of the year anyway, so he'll probably end up on that. But for the sake of keeping lines like to a minimum and all that stuff and keeping it varied, the Ultimate Miles, which is fantastic, just as good as Maximum Spider-Man minus the toe joints. That is the only, and the neck swivel and all that stuff, because the new neck movement with the extra neck and of course they got the arms. So there are a couple more articulation points, but this still holds up, especially for being such a small figure. But for the sake of this video and everything else, he's gonna get eliminated. So yeah, now we get to talk about the top 10 figures, and the number 10 is going to be David, simply because great figure. But I haven't really gotten any Jada stuff this year except for Cyberpunk. I've been waiting on my Blanca and Sagat for about 3,000 years. Because I got Guile and Cammy last year, right? Yes, I did. So number 10 is David from Cyberpunk, so he's gonna go back there. Number 9 is also gonna be, well, it's third party, so not really Cyberpunk, but because of the loose joints and all that stuff, I think she's a fantastic figure. I think if she didn't have the QC issues that I had, which is loose ankles, that's really it. She'd be higher on my list, but she's going to be number 9. Also, she's out of scale. Rebecca is supposed to be tiny, and this is like a regular 6-inch scale figure. But she's still cool, and still deserves a spot on my list. Romanki Gun Girl is an awesome figure, so I didn't see her going anywhere, and it happened that way. So number 9, for now, for the middle of the year, is Romanki Gun Girl. Number 8, we'll go with Rhea Ripley. Love Rhea Ripley as a person, as a wrestler, as an action figure. So she's also my tag team partner in LSWA. Shout out to them. Legend Series, if you want to become a wrestler on YouTube, which is to say they run the Sims, make your character on WWE 2K25 and you fight against other YouTubers, go check him out. But number 8 is Rhea Ripley. Number 7 is gonna be, number 7 we're gonna go with lots of lady rep in the line, in the top 10 this year so far. I'm loving that. Number 7 is going to be our V2 Pandora. I had to make sure she came out this year, and she did. And I think that Crimson Praetorian, Shadow Praetorian, came out this year too, but I think that was not the first version of that character, so it's a reissue / repaint, so it wasn't included on the list. But I got it around the same time. I think they released around the same time. So Pandora's number 7. I love this version, and this is where my first version of Pandora went, is on here. By the way, I want to get a face scan, but if someone could like look at a picture of me and sculpt a head, let me know, and you could make it fit a Valaverse figure, and I can get someone to paint it. Don't worry about that. But if you could like sculpt my face and make it fit a Valaverse Pandora body, please hit me up. You can message me on Instagram, you can message me on whatever, but that's beside the point. Number 7 is our Valaverse, right? Number 7. 10, 9, 8. So yeah, number 7. And then number 6. Oh, I keep moving around to the wrong place. Number 6 is going to be our Mezco Ghostface. I hate when figures fall over. Cooperate with me, or I will scream. I will frickin' scream. And you won't like that. Number 6, Mezco Ghostface. There are a couple issues, like AFA 112, one of my friends on here, of course, pointed out that there's a seam down the middle, and there shouldn't be. It should just be one cloth sheet in the front. But I'm not that big of a stickler for detail. I love it way more than the neck of Ghostface. I think that figure sucked, and it was out of scale with what I collect, and I actually got rid of it. So Mezco Ghostface is number 6. Oh my god, see what I mean about those loose joints? You give a figure some credit. And she'll just take everyone down with her the second she gets the opportunity. I don't like that. I don't like that, gun girl. You need to stop. I know it's hot in here. Trust me, I'm sweating. So number 5 now? Number 5. Oof. How is it number 5? Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, we're on number 5. All right, number 5 is difficult. Number 5. All right. Sauvage Opress is number 5. What a great figure. This buttery smooth joints, lots of articulation points. He's got butterfly joints. He's massive. He's perfectly scaled next to Darth Maul. He comes with an extra accessory, which you didn't have to. And the sculpt is beautiful and the paint details are gorgeous. So number 5 is our Black Series Sauvage Opress. I think my list is pretty solid so far. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, and also like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Of course, if you're a channel member, you're subscribed, but if you're seeing this after and you're not subscribed and you're watching this all the way through and you like what I'm doing, hit subscribe. All right, now we're going to number 4. Number 4 is going to be, I hate that so much. I hate it. Don't do that. It's going to be Mr. Pork Chop Sandwiches himself. I recently picked him up, and it's all about the meme, y'all. It's all about the meme. If I hadn't grown up watching those French G.I. Joe PSAs, I would not give a crap about Blowtorch. But I did, and Mr. Pork Chop Sandwiches is number 4 on my list. A, he's a great figure, comes with a lot of accessories, and B, the meme. It's all about the meme. Sorry, I hate that guy. I shouldn't have done an impression. It's terrible. Pandora, I'm going to eliminate you after you've already made the top 10 if you don't stop. Alright, so we're down to number 3, right? Number 3 is going to be our boss fight, Red Sonja. Now, we had the loose collector last year, and I got that figure, and I was not impressed the whole time, and I was just waiting for this figure to come. And when she finally came out, I was like, yeah. She does have some loose joints and stuff, but she stands up, not a problem. And the loose joints are because she's meant for swapping. Like, you're meant to take these figures apart and swap them and all that stuff. And the skeleton that's in the back there, I don't know if you can see him hanging out, drinking a beer. No, he's blocked. That's also Loose Collector, and that was my only experience with Loose Collector up until this Red Sonja. And I am highly impressed with her. I do need a Conan to go next to her, and the Frazetta Conan is coming out pretty soon. So I'm hoping they scale well, because I really, really like this Red Sonja. So that means that Blocky's Charizard is going to be number 2, because y'all know what a freaking Spider-Man stan I am. And was it worth the $50 that we paid for it? No, but Max Spider-Man is going to be number 1, simply because it's the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man we've ever gotten, and that's what I look for. I'll probably never need another red and blue suit Spider-Man. But right now we're going to talk about this Blocky's Charizard. Now, like I said, Blocky's is blowing up. Blocky's is getting all these licensed. Now, the Pokemon stuff is not licensed outside of China and stuff, so they can't sell that stuff here. You have to go to like AliExpress or another Chinese distributor. But look at the articulation. He's got his neck, he's got his mouth, the wings, the tail. It is a little loose right now because it's very hot. But, you know, and I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, he's pretty 1/12. It's not a little bit too small, but it doesn't bother me. I love this Charizard. I think Blocky's is doing fantastic work. And you would think, because I had to put this together, you would think that this is like cheaper, hard plastic. No, this is like soft quality feeling plastic. Not soft like rubbery, but like, you hear that? It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not rubbery, but it's kind of got that buttery, rubbery feel to it while still being solid. Like, that's very solid in that chest piece. So Blocky's Charizard is number 2 on the top 10 in the middle of the year, so far this year. Which brings us to number 1 on my list so far, Maximum Spider-Man. And don't get me wrong, like I said, he should have been $35-40, but that's not how new molds and businesses run, because if they did that, they wouldn't have made no money. And I still don't think they made that much. So regardless of that, we have not had a better scaled, a better proportioned, and a better articulated Spider-Man. And that's what it's all about for me. I'm a Spider-Man fan. It's my favorite character, other than Indiana Jones, who made the top 10 last year. He was my #1 figure last year. So I have a feeling that this Maximum Spider-Man, other than maybe getting sorry for the phrasing, but edged out by Blanca, maybe, possibly, at the end of the year when I finally get the dang green dude, it's going to be pretty consistently Maximum Spider-Man. And I did notice, unfortunately, I do have one slight QC issue. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I went too far in. But that one leg is missing a spot, so I'm going to have to get a micro pen and fix that missing spot on the spider leg. There you go, you can see it, right? But other than that, I did not have any issues with this figure. No other paint errors, and I just recently saw that, so it may have rubbed off from me playing with him, I don't know. But yeah, this is my top 10 so far this year. It is definitely going to change by the end of the year. We'll be getting more stuff, hopefully. Hopefully, you know, that's always the hope. I don't know, things look pretty rough right now as far as all that, but you know, I'm still hopeful that things will get better. But yeah, if you guys like this video, smash like, hit subscribe, become a channel member, because those are people that get to see this first, my channel members. This is going up for everyone after. Comment, let me know what your top 10, top 5 figures are so far this year. Just let me know how you're doing. Check out the giveaways. We're giving away Mofex Spider-Man at 4K, Mezco Spider-Man at 5K, so make sure you're entered for those. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ community. If you're protesting, be safe.
I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.
Just wait 1 minute. I'm watching this new Rowdy Rouse video and it's really awesome. I don't want to miss it.
It's like this chick that reviews action figures and it's really freaking cool.
Yes, I think they saw some videos. There's some really good contents out there, you know?
She reviews the ponies and stuff because you knows I love ponies.
She doesn't review ponies. It's freaking cool stuff, Toki.
So, Morty, you're gonna have to shove these figures way up your butt.
Ah, jeez, Rick, kind of ruined the resale value.
What the fuck, Morty? Do you think we're fucking scalpers? No, I need these. These are for me, Morty. I want Psylocke and Thanos, Morty.
Ah, jeez, okay, Rick, can you spit on it? Why can't you do it?
Because these figures would fall right out of my ass, Morty. I've done this way too many times. I need you to do this for me, Morty. I need this. I need you to do this, Morty.